So hello guys, welcome to the video. So in this video we will solve the question wiggle sort 1. Alright, so firstly I will explain you the question and then we will try to solve it. So what's the question? We are given an unsorted array. Alright, so we are given an unsorted array. We have to reorder it in a place such that my array of 0 should be smaller and equal to array of 1 should be greater than equal to array of 2 should be smaller than equal to array of 3. All right, so we just have to sort the array in this manner. All right, so we are given a random array a b c d e, and what we have to do, we have to sort it like array of a should be smaller than array of b, and array of 2, that means c should be smaller than b, then c should be smaller than d also, and d should be greater than e also. So we have to sort it like this. All right, so I hope you understood this, what we have to do in this. So what we will do, we will first take a brute force approach, and all right, so now we will delete this all and we will see how we can approach this by using brute force approach only. Firstly, so let's say we are given an array which is a b c d e, and what we have to do, we have to let's take a numeric array only to understand more precisely. Let's take it 5 10 7 6 8 only. All right, so this is a random array. It may be sorted, it may be not sorted. So firstly we will sort it out. When we sort it out, we will get 5 6 7 8 and 10. All right, so this is the sorted array. Now what we have to do, we will just, if we have just sorted it, so can we place the elements like this? Like in the first place, we will start two pointers from one from starting and one from end, I and j. We will place our I at the first position and then our j at second position, and then we will write the value which is at the j, and we have to increment our I and j. Sorry, I have to decrement my j and increment my I. Till when? Till I should be smaller. No, I have to write till I is smaller than j. I is smaller than j. All right. So we are just trying to approach this question, and then what we will do? Well, we will just cut this I, cut this j. I will increment my I, decrement my j, and then put our ij here, and then the value of I is 6, value of j is 8, and after that, when these both will meet, I and j are the same place, so we will print this. Sorry, we will print this and close our loop. All right, so do we got the manner which we wanted? So 5 is smaller than equal to 10, 6 is smaller, 6 is smaller than 8 also, and 7 is smaller than 8 also. All right, so we got our answer, but we are already given that we have to just use on of time, but this sort function alone takes order of n log n of complexity. So obviously we can't sort function and then we can't place it because it will take more time, and we are allowed of only order of n. So now what can we do? We will again create a array. Let's take it this time, let's take it a alphabetic array c d e, and let's write its indexes 0 1 2 3 4. And what I have to do, if I take two indexes which is even and odd, so obviously our indexes, either it will be even or either it will be odd, so we are talking about indexes here. All right, so whenever I come across a even index, can I just write a condition that if my array of I is greater, all right, if my array of I is greater than equal to array of I plus 1, then we have to swap my elements. Inside swap, I will send my I plus 1. All right. Can I do this? Yes, I can do this. I will also prove this just now after this, after explaining this. And every time we have to increment our index. All right. So this is the scenario for even index. What will be the scenario for odd indexes? If I write that if my array of I should be smaller than equal to array of I plus 1. If this condition exists, then we should swap our I and I plus 1. And then we have to increment our index. We have to increment our index both every time. Alright. So what does this mean? Why we are doing this, and what will happen if we do this? So I will just take this and place it just downwards so that I have some place to create another example. So let me create an example. Let's take it as 10, 12, 15 and 16. All right. So again, I will write the indexes. Let me just shift it upwards. All right. So indexes are 0, 1, 2 and 3. All right. So we'll check now. Firstly, yeah, again, I will place my I pointer here. All right. And my I plus 1 pointer will be here. All right. So now what will I do? I will check my indexes, that my 0 index is even or not. So 0 index, let me take it as even. And for even, what we were doing, we were writing this formula. Which formula? This formula. If array of I, that means array of I, which means array of 0, which is 10. If my 10 is greater than equal to I plus 1, so what is I plus 1? 12. So I will write if my 10 is greater than equal to 12, then I will swap my elements. So is this condition true? No, this condition is not true. So we will not run this loop, and we will just increment our I. All right, and we will leave this as it is. So now I will check my 1th index, which is odd. 1th index which is odd, and I will see that if my 1th index is odd, so I have to place this condition. And what was happening in this condition, I will write it as green only, because I have written green here. I will write array of I, which is 12, should be greater than array of I plus 1. So what is I plus 1? 15. If this condition is true, so yes, this condition is true, so I have to swap 12 and 15. All right. So can I swap my 12 and 15 now? Yes, I can swap my 12 and 15. All right. After this, indexes are again incremented, and then I will delete this, and I will see that if 2 index is even or odd, it is even. So I will place this condition. Inside this condition, I will see that if array of I 12 is greater than 16, then this condition will work. So this condition is not true, so it will not work. And we have ended our loop, because we were running it till here only. All right, because we were checking it with I plus 1. All right. So is this manner correct? Let me see. If 10 is smaller than greater to 15, if it is smaller than 16. All right. So is this the manner which we wanted? Yes, this is wiggle sort, and this is all we wanted to do inside our program. All right. So let me take you to the Nado's website, and we will code this question as it is, which I have written here. So I will first write even, and first write odd, and before this I will check that if the indexes are odd or even, then we will try to solve it. So let me take you to here and we will see what we have given. So we are given a swap function in which we just have to pass array a and b, the elements which we want to swap, and input and output is also given here. So what we have to do, we just have to run a loop from I0 to I array of size -1. Then I have to increment it every time. I have to increment my I every time. Inside this, I will check two conditions, if it is even or if it is odd. So if it is even, how will I check that if it is even? I will write I %2. This I means indexes, alright. If I %2 is 0, then it is even. If it is not even, then obviously it is false. Odd, sorry. Then what will I do inside this? I just have to check a condition that if my array of I is greater than equal to array of I plus 1, and if this is greater than equal to array of I plus 1, I have to swap my values. Alright, if my array of I is greater than equal to I plus 1, so I will swap the values, and if it is not equal, then I will check it again. Sorry, I will copy this and paste it inside my else condition, and just I will change the conditions here, like array of I. Now array of I is smaller than array of I plus 1. If this condition is true, then I have to swap I and I plus 1, and every time index is increased, so it will does not matter much. Alright, so this was just the code of wiggle sort 1. So let me run this code and see if it is correct or not. Yes, it is successfully compiled, and let me submit this and see how much test cases are passed. So alright, so all test cases are passed. So I hope you understood this video. If you understood this video, then please like the video and share it with your friends, and comment down below your thoughts. And if you have any feedbacks for us, also do comment down, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you so much.